Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's Soul Cafe. Before we introduce our topic, I'd like everybody to please just introduce themselves and where you're from. So I'm Granville Campbell. I'm talking to you from South Africa, and I have been part of the Twin Flames Universe community for about 3 years now.
Hey everybody, my name is Anupama and I'm talking to you from India, and I've been in the Twin Flames community since 2017 November, but I was an active member somewhere in April, May 2018.
Hello, I am Cornelia. I'm talking to you from Austria. I am a member of Twin Flame Universe since last year, March.
Awesome, thank you and welcome. And thank you to everybody who's joining us in comments. Please feel free to share your experiences or your insights around our topic for today. So to introduce our topic, we are going to be talking about the emotional source of disease and your relationship with your body in relation to religion and your feelings. So one of the things that I think is very important for us to mention is, our emotions are stored in our body in various places. So when we start to do our healing work through the mirror exercise, you might find that you didn't realize that you were carrying those emotions in certain parts of your body, and yet you feel the relief. So one of the things that's always come up for me was a feeling of being unsupported or not being supported. And through healing some of that stuff, I found that my upper back and my lower back started to be more relaxed and started to feel more comfortable. And one of the funny things that happened was one of my friends was actually trying to massage my shoulders, and she was like, "Why don't you have tension in your shoulders? It's not normal." And I was like, well, this is what happens when you start to heal those places. They release the tension, they release the sore spots. She's like, but it's so unusual for somebody's back to be so, shoulders to be so relaxed. I was like, well, hey, I could teach you, but I have to charge. So how have you guys experienced some of this before?
Yes, I like that you mentioned this. And I couldn't help laughing out loud when you said what she told you about how come you don't have any stress in your shoulders. It just shows that the norm is to think that we must carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And that's kind of what even I did for a long time. So going for therapy in terms of physical therapy to release pain was a part of my life. Before I found this work and community. And like you said, although I kind of knew because I'd read about it that emotions are stored in the body, I didn't really know where. I mean, I had an idea of where also because there are some books that talk about where the energy is stored, etc. But I didn't really believe in it much. I just kind of blamed genetics, weight, uh, culture, whatever else I could blame outside for the pain or stress or anybody else who's responsible for my pain. But like you said, once I started doing the mirror exercise, what fascinated me was as I was healing and as I was loving myself and releasing all those things that were not loving anymore, I would just feel things shift. Like I would feel a shift in my upper abdomen or middle abdomen or top of my head or back of my head. I'm like, something just moved. And then it was proof that, see, this is the upheaval has begun. The energy that is no longer required and was waiting to be released has just been released. That's what you're feeling. And yeah, I haven't I haven't experienced that level of discomfort since then. It's been better. And of course, it's a process to heal. So there are more things for me to heal. But it's also been great to release all this and feel lighter, lighter, like I don't I don't experience that level of pain in my body um, as I used to. Um, because of which I had to go for that therapy. It used to be so bad that I couldn't walk or sit or stand or even lie down because of the intensity of the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice that you brought up the back, because that is our support system. And when we don't support our back, then we manifest all this. If you see a very common ailment that people have is a backache or a sciatica pain, or a hip pain, or a neck pain. And it's all related. It's all related to the spine, and your nerves are located in the spine. It's your nerve center, it's your body center, it's your backbone, literally. So yeah, and the choice to support ourselves really helps us to also, correct posture, sit straight, you know. So yeah, I mean, this is so much to add to this. So, but I'd like to have Cornelius. She was going to say, sorry, he was going to say something, to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I would like to say I was raised with this belief that I can heal myself, but not with this true tool we have with the mirror exercise from Jeff and Shaleia. So I was all my life trying to work with my emotions and get clear about what the real root is of my illnesses. And with the mirror exercise, now I have this tool where I can relax into it, because I know step by step it's getting better. And also with support, I was all my life or afraid of accepting the support from the outside. And with the mirror exercise, I was able to, in the first place, heal this being afraid of accepting support, and also to recognize support, and also to ask for support, and follow God's guidance, where I can support my inner healing with maybe a therapy, where can I, for my back or for other things in my body. Yeah, and so God is here also so clear with the mirror exercise and the Church of Union, where we can talk about our illnesses, and it's not something bad, or you are punished with your illness. No, it's because you have an upset, and we can heal it together in the community again.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and one of the things that constantly comes up for me is when I feel resistance in my healing work, it sometimes actually feels a bit like pressure in my head. And it's the most unbelievable thing, because I'm not focusing on a thought process at the time, but for some odd reason that shows up. So I know there's a layer of resistance, which is always good to know, because literally your body does actually speak to you. Your body speaks what's going on with you emotionally. So when you're encouraged to feel your feelings and really concentrate on the feeling or the underlying core of the feeling, you do, as you heal the feeling and heal that upset, you actually just find that parts of your body just start to relax and you start to feel more flow. Because what is happening is those emotions are kind of storing in a certain place and blocking the flow of your life force within your body. So when you start to heal that, you start to allow more life force to flow more freely through your body. So it's actually it's really cool to have that kind of thing happening, because when your body does speak to you in that way, you're like, yay, something's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. That was interesting. Like what you said is right. It blocks the flow when you don't release the energy that is not serving you. It blocks the flow of the inflow of the energy that is going to serve you. So it's good to work through the emotions. And like they say, emotion is like energy in motion. So if you block it and hold on to it, then it's like holding on to the block instead of releasing it. Keep it in motion, keep the motion going. And yeah, and it's what you said is absolutely right about the body receiving. And the body receives everything. Like your body is literally designed to just take every command you give it. It's there to literally serve you without question and to love you unconditionally in the way of performance. It's your companion for this entire lifetime. You can't, like in your car, you can, revamp the engine or revamp the outer body, give it a new paint job. You can't really just go change your back and get a new back.
That's brilliant.
You can't really get the 2020 model because your model is now outdated. You can't get the 2.0 version, the updated, upgraded, better version. This is it. This is what it is for this lifetime, and how you take care of it is going to decide how comfortable you are going to be for your entire life. And now that I'm doing the work, I sometimes feel so sad about what I put my body through, by all those thoughts that I had about myself and blaming my body for my upsets, or blaming, and then not giving it the right food. So like you said about the energy, you feeling like the pressure in your head. I feel it a lot in my, I felt it a lot in my back, like I said, and also in my stomach, because I'm not able to digest things, because I'm not able to digest the emotions. I'm trying to process it, over process, which doesn't need to, it just needs to be let go. So your body systems really do change when you hold on to stress or that which doesn't serve you. And that's when disease, which is you're not in ease, that's when disease propagates into other things which look life threatening or irreversible, but they're really not. And you don't need to blame genetics or ancestry for it, because you can make the change. You are capable. Like it's said in science that every human body has cancerous cells. So it's about, are you going to trigger them into production or no? And if you do trigger them into production, you can also release the trigger. And the same with uh, diabetes. You can trigger your hormones into going into that mode, and the same way you can also release the trigger. Because why I mention these two is because they have been clubbed as incurable, or requiring a lot of painful therapy. And I have read of and heard of people who have cured it, and we have people in the community too who have healed from a lot of stuff which science would probably say is not possible. So our body given to us by God is the most amazing machine, that God has created. We still can't decipher a lot of things that the body is about. So now that we're learning to heal the body and come back into our natural state, it's going to be interesting to see how everybody evolves in, how their body is, how they feel, and it's something to really look forward to.
I feel like it's a perfect opportunity to pull a card. So today we have the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. And if you see that picture, it just looks quite funky, right? Let's just try and not have that. Can you see the light emanating?
Angel, yes. Heal me.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
It's a very nice deck.
It's lots of fun to work with this deck. So the card we have,
Yes.
you will not believe. Can you see that?
I
Twin flame.
believe.
Yeah.
The
How
answer to my
amazing is
question.
that?
Wow.
What a beautiful sign from God.
So that's the first card that has come up, and it reads, the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship, and it's the twin flame card. How amazing is that?
Wow. Oh my God, what a coincidence.
And we all know there's no such thing as coincidence, right? So even when there's odd things happening with your body, there's no coincidence there.
Hence the air quotes.
Yeah.
So, wow, that was amazing. Now I'm kind of trying to think what is the question I had. But I guess we've been talking about healing and not feeling in alignment and coming into alignment. And that is the perfect card, because coming into alignment is coming into harmonious union with God, with who you are and your twin flame.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
All one.
It is. It is the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What did you say, Cornelia?
It's all one.
It's all one.
Healing
Yes.
our body, we are healing our consciousness with God,
Yes.
feeling better,
It's absolutely amazing. Yes.
feeling comfortable in our true self.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Getting to know what our true
How
self is.
amazing we are with God. How
Yeah.
beautiful we are, his child.
Mhm.
Yeah. And every day it's an unfolding, and it's just like a,
And we deserve to feel good every time.
Yeah.
We deserve to live a pain-free life every second with
Yep.
our twin flame.
yes.
And
Yes,
and
God.
you know what? I think it's such a perfect card because it's just so appropriate in that as you heal and you come into alignment with your true natural state, more and more of that separation of consciousness or that separation consciousness from your perfect health leaves.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Just leaves.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's perfect because it's like a spiritually based romantic relationship, and you can start that with yourself
Yes.
to have your perfect health.
Yes.
Yes.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
You can even, reverse your gray hair.
Yes,
Well, that
I'm
one I'm
very
going to work
embarrassed.
on. There's not much yet.
I was just going to say, or reverse that hair situation, or no hair,
Trying it.
Claim your hair.
Claim your hair. Claim your perfect health.
Claim your perfect body. Claim
Yep.
your divine body.
Oh, that's awesome.
We
Yes.
do, we tend to, I mean, since we brought this up, we tend to not like our bodies because of the comparison factor and looking at the supermodels and the magazines, the fashion magazines that tell us what to wear, how to walk, what to eat, what to do. And then we look at our bodies and go, oh, God seems to have forgotten to add this, but it's not true. Or God took away something, but it's not true. We can let go of that comparison. And once you come into your divine alignment with your own body, you just love your body so much and you feel so light and different. And like that angels, the picture that you showed, you start emanating that light.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of feel light and airy, so it's like you have your own wings, but it's really coming into harmony with your body.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I know in the community have experienced that harmony with their body, and feeling so much better about themselves. And me too, I feel much better about my body today, even though as per magazine standards or cosmos standards, I probably don't have the ideal body weight or whatever, but for me, I'm very happy in my skin,
Yeah.
because of doing this work and understanding my body. Because like you said, your body always talks to you. Your body always tells you, like, what kind of food it wants, when it wants water, when it wants rest, when it wants more attention and love, when it's feeling warm, when it's feeling cold, when it's not feeling too good, when it's feeling really great. It's all about keeping the communication.
Yes.
Yeah. And always following the good feeling here too. How you like in this moment. And with this work, I'm just loving my body so much. Even it's not perfect, like you said in the magazine. I love my body.
Yeah.
I'm compassionate with my body. Yeah, you are talking to me. Okay, I just listen and give you what you are asking for.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you see, because we're healing this and the healing has begun since a while, the fashion industry is changing. They are no longer just looking for size 0 or size, I don't know what's the latest, -2.
Yes.
What is it? You know, they're not
-2.
looking at that anymore. They are welcoming, yeah, they're welcoming full-bodied models. Well, full
I
body.
saw that. I was like that, and oh yeah,
I remember I love watching this movie. I mean, because of the clothes she wears. But if you actually look at it, the movie is The Devil Wears Prada.
yeah.
And in that, the guy says, she says, well, I'm a size 6. And he's like, that's the new 14. And I'm like, how did a size 6 become a size 14? What is size 14? Goodness gracious me, So I was like, oh, this fashion industry. So she had to come down to a size 6 or something. So if no, she had to come down to a size 4, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't even understand how they come up with the single digit sizes, but there you go. That's
Well,
what was
yeah.
considered healthy, even though it's not. I've read stories of fashion models fainting on the runway, trying to keep up that kind of body. No, it's the other extreme of not loving yourself.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
One of the things that I find also is, where you start to heal those parental wounds around the mother or the father. So that masculine wound that sometimes sits there. I often find that when I start healing in that space, more of the right side of my body starts to relax because you actually carry your masculine energy on your right side of your body and you carry your feminine energy on the left side of your body. And as you start to kind of integrate and heal and feel your wholeness and your completeness, you start to relax and just feel more comfortable. And that, the funny thing that you said around these sizes was actually God decides what's perfect for you. And you co-create with God what's perfect for you. So that size 6 thing is perfect for somebody who is in that body shape. It doesn't have to be perfect for somebody else. And
No,
it
it does.
doesn't have to mean that somebody else doesn't have perfection either.
Exactly. But that's why these sizes originated, right? From this idea of body shaming people that you're a size 6, that's the new 14. And I'm like, I remember wearing a size 14. What does that make me now? you know? Because you automatically just go into that thought process, and then to come out of it is like the best thing ever. And like you rightly said, like you can't just put everybody into one mold. We are unique because we break the one mold. We are designed to be unique, like Jeff says in a life purpose class, that while we are the one child of God, we are each unique. And while our goal is to go home to God, our tasks, our way of going there, the way is the same, but the tasks that we have on the way are also unique. So when we are so unique, then it's good to feel unique in how your body is too, and to really connect with your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love what you said about the masculine and feminine energy. I've realized that as I heal my femininity, I feel a lot of shift happening in the left side of my body, which is where a lot of stress, like I could literally feel the imbalance. Like I used to feel like one part of my body is like lower or higher than the other, and I'd be like, why does it feel like my hip is tilted, you know and then I've been to the doctor and asked, I feel like as if it's tilted, like I'm not able to sit straight. I'm not straight. And he's like, you're fine. Like, no, something is, not aligned. But now as I heal myself, I understand that, this was the imbalance I was feeling. It wasn't the physical imbalance. It was the emotional imbalance that I was feeling, and I hadn't connected with the emotional imbalance. So I was thinking it's a physical, and it just happened to happen a few years ago. I wasn't born with any physical imbalance. So it's amazing how when you do the work and really connect, you realize all these misalignments and how they are in your body.
Well, that's just perfect for you because this is your card.
Oh, my favorite archangel, Michael. What does
And it
he say?
says you're working very closely with this very powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation.
Thank you. I receive the protection and guidance. I'm very grateful.
How
Thank
perfect is that?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to have the angels protecting you and guiding you.
I'm to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that's always come up for me that somebody taught me quite a while ago was that the angels actually just appear when you call them. All you need to do is call them. They are there. So perfectly, as you're doing your healing work with the mirror exercise and you really want to go through to some of the core, you can choose to partner with the divine every single time that you do this work so that it becomes easy and fun and light.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
We have a comment from Andy that says, thanks for these pieces of knowledge, Anu.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you for joining us, guys. Please, feel free to comment and share your thoughts and insights on our topic.
Yeah, I love this topic because it's about, getting us to reconnect with our body. And that's the most amazing thing. The biggest gift of God is the body you have.
Yep.
And the biggest way to honor God is to honor your divine vessel. This is your expression in this life. Your body is how you express yourself, because your body is how the world sees you. And if you reject it, then you're rejecting yourself and God. And it's time to release that separation. Receive the beautiful vessel that was created only for you.
One of the things that I remember from childhood was a lesson that always said that your body is your temple.
Yes.
Your body is your temple. And so it's good and healthy to respect your body.
Absolutely.
And it's good and healthy to honor your body.
Yeah.
The best part is that your body it doesn't leave you until you choose to leave it.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I said. No matter what you do to your body never leaves your side unless you just discard it in that way. It's your most faithful companion. And when you said about the temple, in our religion, we have the same analogy of your body is your temple. So they say the same way that you would enter a temple or revere a temple, which is the house of God, you got to take care of your body that way. So you would always wash yourself before you enter the house of God. So you must wash your body that way. And you would, offer the best to God. So you must offer the best to your body in terms of food and, drink, water, I mean. Well, so, before anyone gets any other ideas, I said water. And how you would keep the temple inner grounds clean. It's not just about bathing your body on the outside and you would brush your teeth every day. You must also do the inner cleaning of the mind, clean the entire body inside too, which is why we have some rituals of like fasting, to just cleanse the body on that day and then renewing. So And as we say, like we had this discussion before, like how in the center of the temple is the image of the God. The same way, in the center of you is where God is.
Mhm.
So that is the like analogy given in our religion also about the human body. So it is the most sacred temple. God resides in it. So take care of it, people.
Mm. And that's why your emotions are sacred and your feelings are sacred. And that's why you can't spiritually bypass feeling your feelings.
And you can't ignore yourself ever.
Mm.
You are sacred also by virtue of all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Very healing to hear all this. I'm remembering that meme of you're giving advice and your advice starts advising you and you're like, it's like, it's
Works
good.
perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good to be reminded of all this because on the healing journey, sometimes we do tend to take our body for granted, you know. So it's good to be reminded to not do that.
Mm. How you guys feeling right now?
I feel like maybe Cornelia has something to share.
Yeah, I have there. I'm feeling it changes always my connection with my body. When I was in this Christian group, I was not really connected with my body because it was like this is a bad thing. And what I love so much in the Church of Union, everything is welcome, and change your body is also welcome. Even you're feeling you want to change from a female body to a male body is here welcome, step by step. And I loved it so much because um, I supported my sister becoming a brother, and it was all, yeah, every step was so hard. And here in Church of Union, you are so welcome and so supported in um, letting your emotions speak through your body. And it's so beautiful to watch how people change in such an of easy and lovely way. And that's the true love of God. God just wants you to feel good in your body, and that you love your body. How it looks on the outside doesn't matter. You feel good with your body. And I can see this in, you can see this in a person if the person likes the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing, the self-love of your body. Nothing else really matters. If you love your body the way it is right now, and so your body is beautiful because your soul speaks through your body, and how you like it, it's okay.
Mm. Did you say that you supported a brother becoming a sister?
Sister becoming a brother.
Okay, so one of the card that comes up now, and I think it's probably something that was sitting in the back of my mind, is around also embracing how you appear as a divine feminine or a divine masculine,
Oh my God, yes, yes,
regardless of
yes.
your body, because this is the card that came up.
Beautiful. Express the divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities.
So yeah, so something that came up for me while we were talking was also the fact that, you know, your divine expression is masculine or feminine. So I am a divine feminine in a masculine body. And for me, this body is perfect for my expression in this lifetime. And I think we all need to just also sit back and feel into that space, that you don't have to be something that you're not.
Yes.
You do not have to be something that you're not. And it doesn't matter what it looks like to the world. It only
Amen.
matters what it looks like to God and to you. And it's perfectly aligned with what you said around how this community embraces all of us in our divine truth.
Yes.
And so even when you start to heal those components, you also start to feel more balanced in your body. Because again, the emotion or the emotional trigger around what the world would want you to be and who you actually are also stores in your body.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with both of you there that the after the radical judgments of the world, to be received in this community, as you are, with no judgment, is a blessing and a relief. And it is what you said, Granville, is true that you don't have to worry about anybody else's opinion because it's about you and God. And those who love you unconditionally will understand that and
Yes.
receive you. And that's how I have felt in this community and to everyone in this community that I never did have judgments towards people, but I had a lot of judgment to my body. But I see that, it's here, it's not like that in this community. There is no judgment to anybody because there is only unconditional love and acceptance here. And that's what we learn. That's what we apply to ourselves and everybody. And we share with the rest of the world. So that's amazing. And we transcend, all the cultures, all the religions, because we are the one consciousness, one child of God. So the healing is extended to everybody, divine masculine and divine feminine.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. And the outside, like you guys said, doesn't matter. It's the inside that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm getting this analogy of a fruit. The outside doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside that's juicy.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I love that. I ate the fruit today. Yeah.
I
That's
just,
perfect.
I just remembered an orange and an apple and a banana. I said, we discard the outside. We only want to know what's on the inside. Even vegetables. We are more concerned with what's on the inside. And God is perfectly showing us that why do you look at the outside and wonder what the outside is going to say? When on the inside, you have everything you need and you are who you are on the inside. And that you bring out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
It feels nice.
No, that's perfect. Yes. Let's see what card we have. Crystals. It says,
The energy of crystal supports you and helps with your present situation.
I love that it's violet because violet is the color of the truth chakra, the sixth chakra of truth.
that's perfect.
And
Yes.
also the seventh. Oh, you have pink also, which is the seventh chakra of your divinity, your divine knowledge.
Well, that's perfect. Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, that feels good. Yeah. How are you guys feeling right now?
Very nice. Very happy that we are talking about the body and reminding ourselves to love our bodies too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
feeling good about it.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I think just to kind of ground our conversation a little bit,
Yeah.
is that one of the things that has always been a thing for me was I've always felt very floaty. So I've never really felt like my feet were on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that emotion of not feeling grounded actually led me to understand that I hadn't accepted Earth as my home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and pardon?
Very, very, very interesting, I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I hadn't actually accepted Earth as my home, which led to feelings of being unsafe and not belonging. because again, the emotion was talking to me, and at some point I didn't understand it. And as I go deeper with the mirror exercise and deeper with the work that Jeff and Shaleia have done with all of us, and through TFAS, it just becomes more and more clear how much those feelings actually mean when you feel into them. And so when I started to ground and started to accept Earth as my home, I actually just felt more settled, and I felt the ground actually more underneath my feet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so profound the way our bodies actually speak to us using our emotions.
Yeah. And I'm thinking because I had the total opposite reaction. And when you're talking about this, I'm reminded of how heavy I have felt because I thought I'm stuck here.
Interesting.
And I just wanted to escape to heaven. And I felt this heaviness of being chained to this planet, stuck, so this heavy energy. And I'm like, that's interesting that you have an opposite feeling of floaty. But that is again the same thing of that energy making me feel heavy. And once I watched Shaleia's video about, claiming Earth as your home planet and understood that, oh, I don't need to leave and I can have everything here. It's been a process. I'm still releasing, but I don't feel that heavy anymore. Like you said, this is grounding in a different way. Like releasing the heaviness so that I can feel more grounded and safe, the same safety. I wasn't feeling safe because I was feeling stuck. For you, you were not feeling safe because you were not feeling the ground there. I was kind of in the ground. So now I'm, at ground level, not, not underground. Oh, well, I don't know, halfway there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's interesting. And yes, you're right. Our feelings through our body really do try to help us so much.
Now we ground the healing.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Now we
yes.
ground the love.
Yeah, we do. Yes, sir.
With every step we take.
It's feeling very good today.
Yeah, I felt some
Yes.
more of that heaviness leave and feeling lighter. How are you feeling, Granville? Are you feeling less light and more grounded?
Yeah, I actually just feel support. Like
Oh.
like one of the things that I healed through with my coach Kobe and Keely was around feeling supported and belonging on Earth. And I actually felt like I was sitting on a chair for the first time and not expecting the chair to kind of evaporate
Oh,
underneath
okay.
me.
Very nice. Very nice. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, the work is very powerful.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Cornelia?
I'm feeling I'm feeling I'm feeling balanced, and I'm letting go of pressure. I'm feeling too, and I'm feeling peaceful.
Nice. Very nice.
Perfect. Mm.
I'm feeling, I don't know, something came. I'm feeling some dissonance in my stomach when I said about releasing some more heaviness. I choose to release that. There's some sadness coming up.
Okay, so
Oh,
here's a card
I
that
felt
came up
something.
just as you said that.
Clear yourself.
Clear yourself.
And when you talk about support, I felt something shift in my back, now at my neck. I'm releasing that heaviness.
Ask
Yeah.
the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed.
Oh, yeah. I just felt that. I just felt like something like as if somebody's hand just moved on my back. I was like, what is that? Who's there? So it was nice. See, we healed something, guys. I hope you guys also felt the healing that we did.
Yes.
The viewers, whoever's viewing. Yeah. Wow, this is very nice. feel better.
Good. Yeah, that feels complete to me today. How about you?
I feel very grateful to God for this session of Soul Cafe that we had.
Awesome.
Me too.
Very healing.
Yeah.
Thank you all for what you shared also.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
And thank you. Thank you to everybody who joined us. Just the last comment from Andy. Fruits shine the divine light outside as well. So yeah, it was very cool. Thank you everybody for joining us. Please feel free to like and subscribe to our Soul Cafe YouTube videos on our Church of Union YouTube channel. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you all. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Drink water.